Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something pretty crucial for many postdocs, that teaching demonstration during faculty interviews.
Mhm.
You've probably spent ages prepping the research talk, right? That feels familiar territory.
Yeah, often it does.
But the teaching demo, that can feel a bit, well, uncertain, a different kind of pressure.
Absolutely. It's a really different skill set you're showcasing.
So our mission today is to basically pull out the core strategies from a great piece by Jared Kanize.
Yeah, that's a helpful article.
We want to help you, the listener, feel more confident, more prepared when you face this part of the interview.
Definitely. Your research shows your chops as a scholar, but the teaching demo, that's their window into how you'll actually engage with students.
And how you'll fit into the department's teaching mission.
Exactly. It's vital. Getting a handle on what works is, well, essential.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What is a teaching demonstration in this context? Jared's article mentions it's not always the same thing.
Right, there isn't just one format. You generally run into two main types.
Two types.
Yeah, the in-class demo and the open demo.
Okay, in class, what does that look like?
So in class is pretty much what it sounds like. You're stepping in as a guest lecturer for an actual existing course, teaching real students, usually on a topic that kind of slots into what they're already studying.
Right. So you're dropped into an ongoing class with students who have context you might not fully have.
Precisely. You need to sort of quickly gauge where they are and mesh with the course flow.
That sounds challenging. Okay, what about the open demo then?
The open one is different. The audience is usually more mixed.
Mixed how?
You might have undergrads, maybe some grad students, definitely faculty members, sometimes even administrators or staff. It's an invited group.
So not necessarily students from one specific course.
Correct. And the topic. It's often closer to your own research or maybe a course you proposed you'd like to teach.
And the setting's different too, I imagine.
Yeah, usually it's more like a conference room or a seminar room, not necessarily a standard classroom setup.
Okay, that makes sense. Different audience, different topic focus, different room even.
Mm-hmm.
The article really stresses finding out which type you'll be doing. Seems obvious, but super important.
Oh, absolutely critical. Knowing the format lets you tailor everything, your content, your approach, how you plan to interact.
And knowing the audience too.
Yes. If you can find out anything about who'll be there, are they mostly undergrads? Faculty from different fields? What's their likely background in your topic?
Right. That helps you pitch it correctly.
Exactly. It makes a massive difference in how effectively you can connect.
All right. So let's say you figured out the format. You know who's likely to be in the room. What next? What are the actual strategies for, nailing it?
Okay, strategy number one, and Jared emphasizes this, teach, don't just present.
Teach, don't present. What's the real difference there? It sounds similar.
Well, think about it. A research presentation is often about delivering your findings, right? Sharing information you have.
Yeah, disseminating knowledge.
But teaching is about facilitating their learning. It's about guiding them to understand something.
Okay. Less about showing off what you know.
Exactly. Less about, look how smart I am, and more about, how can I help you grasp this?
The article used a good analogy. Something about a cooking show versus reading a recipe.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. One actively guides you, shows you, anticipates problems.
While the other just lists ingredients and steps.
Right. So resist that urge to just lecture, to just dump information. Focus on creating an environment, even a temporary one, where learning can happen.
Build a space for them to engage with the material.
That's the core idea. Show the committee you can break things down, make connections, help students get it.
Okay, that leads nicely into the second strategy. Engage the audience. Don't just lecture at them.
It's a natural follow-on, isn't it? If you're teaching, not just presenting, engagement is key.
It can't be a monologue.
Definitely not. They want to see interaction. Can you build some rapport, even in, say, 20 or 30 minutes?
Even with people we've never met before.
Right. Can you make it feel like a dialogue, not just you talking to a room?
So how do you do that practically?
Well, simple things. Ask questions. Even rhetorical ones can draw people in. Or pose a question and ask for quick responses, maybe a show of hands or a one-word answer.
Just something to break the passive listening.
Exactly. Maybe a very short think, pair, share, if time and setup allow. Anything that shows you're not just talking into the void. You're trying to connect.
Make it a two-way street somehow.
That's the goal. Demonstrate you can foster that interactive space.
Okay, strategy 3 involves active learning. The advice is to use it, but Be careful.
Yeah, use it, but stick to what you know. That's the crucial bit.
So incorporating some kind of active learning technique is good.
Definitely. It shows you're current with pedagogy, that you understand how to keep students involved beyond just listening.
But the warning is, don't try something brand new.
Please don't. The teaching demo is high stakes. It is not the time to experiment with that cool technique you read about last week but have never actually tried.
Right. Because if it flops, or you look unsure,
It undermines your whole presentation.
Yeah.
You risk looking unprepared or not in control.
whereas using something you're comfortable with,
Lets you shine.
yeah,
You can facilitate it smoothly, confidently. It shows your competence and your ability to manage the learning environment. You're highlighting a strength.
okay, that's really practical advice. Stick to the familiar tools in that moment.
Play to your strengths.
Now, the article also touches on something more psychological, I guess.
Yeah.
The meaning behind getting the invitation in the first place.
Yes. This is important for mindset. If you've been invited to give a teaching demo,
You're already a top candidate.
absolutely. You're one of a very small handful.
Uh-uh.
It's in your packet. Your research looks good. Your letters are strong. They like you on paper.
They're invested at this point.
Definitely. They've put time and resources into getting you there. They want you to do well.
Yeah.
They're looking for reasons to confirm their initial positive impression.
That's a much better way to frame it than another hurdle to clear.
It really is. They're looking to build a positive relationship to see if you're the colleague they hope you are. They're not setting traps.
That's encouraging. Okay, and the final piece of advice ties into that, maybe. Authenticity.
Yes, be yourself.
We hear that a lot for interviews, but what does it mean for a teaching demo?
It means letting your genuine teaching style come through. Don't try to be the perfect generic teacher you think they want.
Don't put on an act.
Right. Show your real passion for the subject. Let them see your personality, how you naturally connect with material and potentially with students.
Because they're not just evaluating this one lesson plan.
No, they're imagining you as a colleague, as someone teaching their students semester after semester.
So they want to see the real you.
Exactly. How do you think? How do you explain things? What's your energy like? Your authentic approach is what will resonate or not. And trying to fake it usually shows.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up then. Key takeaways from this deep dive into Jared Kanize's insights.
First, know the format, in class or open, and know your audience.
Second, remember the goal is to teach, not just present information. Facilitate their learning.
Third, engage them. Make it interactive, not a monologue.
Fourth, use active learning, yes, but stick to techniques you're genuinely comfortable and confident with.
Absolutely. Fifth, remember that invitation. It means they're already impressed and invested.
Right. And finally, be authentic. Let your real teaching style and passion show through.
Those are the essentials. If you can keep those in mind, you'll be in great shape.
And maybe a final thought. Try to see the demo not just as a test, but as a genuine chance to share something you love teaching and connect with potential future colleagues.
Well said. It's an opportunity, not just an obligation.
Definitely. And for listeners actively on the job market, looking for those lecturer roles or other faculty positions in the U.S., don't forget to check out academicjobs.com. Loads of listings there.
Great resource.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us for this deep dive.